Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing a tutorial on this look right here. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. I already have my eyebrows done and concealer and translucent powder on my eyelids to prep. So to start out, I will be using a Real Techniques fluffy brush, and we will be working in the James Charles palette, which by the way is one of my favorite palettes ever. First we'll be dipping into this light orange shade. And as I'm showing you here, we are going to start with that in the crease. I tend to go a little bit above my crease because I tend to have very hooded eyes and very small eyelids. So if you have that problem, I would suggest starting a little bit above your crease just so that you have enough room to pack on all the colors. Then switch to a darker orange shade. Today I will be using the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia, and I'm using the dark orange shade in that palette. You're gonna wanna pack that darker orange shade right over top of the light orange shade and blend those two colors together. Then going back to the James Charles palette, I used a red orange shade, and we are going to pack that a little bit lower than both of the orange shade right above the crease. Or if you don't have hooded eyelids, then you're just going to want to place that right underneath both of the orange shades from before and marry those three colors together. Try to place the shadow in a rounded circular motion, and just don't blow it out too far past your eyelid. And just make sure that everything is nice and blended together. Make sure your edges are blended and make sure those three colors look seamlessly perfect. Next, I will be taking a Sonia Kashuk brush. This is a large eyeshadow brush, and going back into the James Charles palette, we are going to use this cranberry purple pink shade, and we are going to pack that shade right in our crease from the outer part of your eye to the inner part of your eye. And just make sure to blend that all in together. Be sure to really pack that cranberry shade on so that you can see it against the orange shades. You should start to see a gradient effect going from that light orange that we used first all the way down to that cranberry shade that we are packing in right now. So going back into the James Charles palette, we are now going to take that deep purple shade and we are going to pack that on the inner and outermost parts of your eye, but be sure not to pack it completely onto your eyelid, as we will be putting a different shade right in the middle. So the next brush we will be using is a small packer brush. So next we are going to take this black shade and we are going to put it on the outermost edges and inner corners of your eye. Make sure to not completely cover the purple up, but we are just trying to darken the purple to add definition. And as you can see, I took that black shade, dipped it in about 3 times, and I actually used it for all 4 parts of the inner and outer corners of both eyes, because a little bit with black goes a long way. Make sure to not go in with too much black because it will start to look muddy and sloppy. And then you can go back in with that purple shade that we just used and use that to blend out the black. Once that is all nice and blended, we are gonna go into a different Anastasia palette, which is the Rivera palette. And I am taking this sparkly blue shade in the color Seychelles or Seychelles or Seychelles. whichever way you want to pronounce it. And we are going to put that right into the center. And I know what you're thinking, girl, where is the pigment? I can't see it, so I know y'all can't see it, but just you wait. Bam! There's the pigment I was waiting for. You don't have to use your spit like me. Some people think that's nasty. I just think it's a very effective way of getting the job done, but you can use setting spray or anything else that is gonna bring that pigment alive, because we want a lot of pigment for the center of the lid, because that is the focus of the eye. So what we wanna do, we want to fan that color out. So you want to have it smaller as you get closer to your eyelashes and wider as you get up towards your crease. For me, I go a little bit over my crease because, again, I have hooded eyelids. So if you don't have that problem, you can meet it right at your crease, and that is fine. If you do have that problem, then feel free to do it a little bit above that line, but just don't go too high. There should be a nice gap between the top of your glitter shade and the rest of the oranges. And you're of course going to want to get these to match up, to be twins. But if you can't do that on both eyelids like I did, then just make sure that you go back in as I do and make sure that you fix it up. Easier said than done though, trust me. And now we are moving on to the face. I did fast forward this part up a little bit just because my face can get a little bit boring. But if you guys want an in-depth face tutorial, I can definitely do that for you guys. Just let me know in the comments down below. And please enjoy this fancy music that I made for you all. Okay, I didn't make it, but somebody did. And all of the products that I use today will be in the description box down below, so feel free to check that out if you want to know what was used. And after powdering, make sure that you spray setting spray all over your face, and then fan the house down, mama. Fan yourself. Yes, honey. Yes, 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 yes. Fan, 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 fan. This is the Real Techniques blush brush, and ew, mine has a hair on it. Make sure to clean your brushes, guys. That's really important. Hygiene, coronavirus, all the good stuff. Did y'all see that hair flip? America's Next Top Model needs to call me, honey. But again, yes, this is all sped up just because it can get a little bit boring to watch me do it all, but I will go into an in-depth version if you guys would like that. Okay, so now I'm going in with this NYX eyeliner pencil in the shade Purple Blaze, and we are going to smudge that all into the waterline and a little bit underneath. Oops, y'all, I forgot to show you what brush I'm using. What a great YouTuber I am. This is the Real Techniques smudge brush. I am using that sparkly blue color, Seychelles, all underneath my waterline. Next, I am using this fluffy Real Techniques brush, and I am using the light orange shade and the darker orange shade that we used first, and blending that on my lower lash line in with the Seychelles color from before. But as you can see or can't see, this shade is not really working for me. I couldn't see it, so it was a no-go. Instead, I decided to take this Sonia Kashuk brush, which doesn't really have a number or name, but it's a pointed smudge brush, basically. And I decided to use that instead, and it came out with a lot more color payoff. Pigment was there, mamas. Pigment came through. Also, I primarily worked with that darker orange shade underneath because it's the one that really stood out. But you could also take that orange shade and the red orange shade that we used before and marry those two together, and it probably would have popped a lot more underneath my eye. But this is editing Tyra talking, not in the moment Tyra talking. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. This next step is a little bit extra, but I felt like the Seychelles color needed a little bit more oomph. So I took this Urban Decay heavy metal glitter in the color Glam Rock and decided to sparingly put this on just the blue glitter parts to make them sparkle a little bit more. But that's optional. If you don't have that, that is totally fine. I just am extra AF. So I decided to do my lashes off camera for no real reason, but I did it anyway. Don't kill me. I just used a fluffy pair of lashes though, no big secret there. I then took a mascara, just any old mascara, especially with lashes, it doesn't really matter, and went back over my top and bottom lashes to make them stand out a little bit more. And yes, I know y'all see the glue on my upper lid, but I'm gonna get that. Don't clock me. We are now to one of the final steps, which is lip gloss. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills gloss in the color Saint Tropez. This is by far one of my favorite lip glosses. It is a pink gloss with gold shimmer in it. Anastasia killed this. We are finally at the last step. Hooray! Now, this is a secret project I've been working on, so that's why I couldn't show you guys which highlight I was using. I know you all want to know. No, I'm kidding. I totally forgot to show you guys which highlight I was using, but this is just an oldie but goodie. It's a gold shimmer highlight. I don't know where it's from. It's in a pan with a bunch of other like colors and eyeshadows that I've had from before. So any gold shimmery highlight will work, you guys. And I usually put my highlight on with a fluffy Sonia Kashuk brush. It doesn't really have a name, but any domed fluffy brush will work. And just add a little bit of setting spray, and this look is done, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you guys liked it. This is one of my favorite looks that I've done in a while. Go ahead and pose it out, take a few pictures, post it on your Instagram stories, because everyone will be talking about this look. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so that you are alerted when I post again, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye, beauty.